I'm Michael,
And I'm Mason, and this is Shrimpt Fried Rice.
and today we are going to try and cover our favorite food combinations as well as our general opinions on holidays. I say let's kick it off with the food combinations. I got this great one that I'm currently eating, almost done with it. It's it's green apples with peanut butter.
I am a big fan of apples and peanut butter. They just go really well together, in
Yeah,
my
I mean,
opinion.
I
I
mean,
know
it's
my
it's
mom
a
eats it.
generally it is like a widely accepted combination. I like to think
Yes.
like people people just kind of like it because it's
Mm,
good. Like universally, it's good.
I would concur. I would concur.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was definitely one of those. I didn't venture too far down the rabbit hole of it, but I was definitely one of those kids that like in elementary school would have their food and would mix like some of it to at least like see how it would taste on like with other things.
Yeah, I'm I'm all about that. I'm all about just like
Um,
trying things. Like I have my own fruit juice recipe that I made. I
yes.
made it the other day and it was really good. I have it right here. So it was like yellow dragon fruit.
No, Michael, we can't share this.
Right, trade secrets, trade secrets.
Right,
You are completely right.
we'll sell it. We'll sell it later. Boom.
All you know now is that there's yellow dragon fruit in it. I'll
That's
let
right.
you figure out the rest.
Without tasting it or anything, figure it out.
Yeah, you never get to see, you'll never get to taste it. Only my family and I have had it.
That's right. Um,
L.
I know one of the distinct things that I had as a kid, and I pretty much continued doing till high school. Um, was I always got cheese sticks. I've been having basically the exact same lunch every
R-
single day of my life at
really?
school. Yes, like there's not much variation. Maybe like every year something a tad bit changes, or like one thing a year. But I've basically just been having the same variation of the same lunch every single year of my life. But I always got a cheese stick and some sort of like cracker type thing, like I got goldfish or like Cheez-Its or something like that.
Yeah.
And and most recently I just get Cheez-Its, which I had just preferred over goldfish now because I've just had goldfish so many times. I think that now it's that thing, and I'll probably end up reverting back to goldfish at some point.
I
But
mean, goldfish
anyway,
is good.
yeah,
Like you can't deny that. It's good.
goldfish are very good. I would agree.
You know, I was
But
at a. Oh, go ahead.
I always mixed the goldfish and the cheese stick together. I was just like, why not? It's like cheese with like extra texture, in my opinion. I guess I don't know.
It's kind of like flavor blasted goldfish, but you know the flavor is straight from the source. It's not processed
Exactly,
powder.
exactly.
You know, I was at Costco the other day. Um, we bought you know like those three big like you know like those huge goldfish bags that you can buy.
Yeah,
There was a box of them with three of those giant bags in them for like I want to say like $8.
dang, that's kind
So
of wild. That's a really good
we
deal.
we grabbed a box of that and I plan to use it throughout the entire first semester of school.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Uh,
we'll have lunch together. That'll be interesting.
I would hope so. I mean, I you
Does
know who
lunch?
I have for
Wait.
sixth
Okay,
period.
Michael.
Yeah.
Does goldfish count as a bread? Because like, it kind of
Um.
it's
Well,
grain. It's grain. It might as well be bread.
it is. Well, hold on. No, I'm looking this up. Um. Ingredients of goldfish because
I
they
guess.
advertise it being like. Oh yeah, enriched flour.
Yeah, I mean it's
Uh.
got like flour and stuff. It's like basically bread. It's
Reduced
like
iron,
cheese
folic
bread.
acid.
I don't know. Obviously, it's not bread. But
Wait, let me.
it's
Is
a
there any?
cracker.
Contains 2% or less of non-fat milk, yeast, sugar, baking soda, monocalcium phosphate, paprika, spices, just spices.
Well, they can't give away their secret, just like we can't give away our secret for the fruit
That's
juice.
true. You say like it's ours. I mean, I guess I can give you credit for the whole pineapple brand, but like,
That's right. I created your whole
and there
entire
is,
brand,
you know,
Michael.
I'll give you guys another thing that's in it. There is pineapple, but I won't say in what form.
Gotcha. Yes. At
uh,
some point, we're gonna talk about this. I created your brand.
you did. Uh, while we're still on the topic of food combos, I I took a friend with me. If you're listening, you know who you are. We went to a, I guess not local, but like a an uncommon burger place near our area. Uh, because of like one Instagram reel, we decided the reel said there's always that one person in the friend group who just eats food like a vacuum. Now, I sent it to him, kind of to say, hey, that's me. It's relatable. It's funny. But he took it as him.
Hmm.
And so we went out yesterday, actually. As of recording this, that would be August 7th.
That makes a lot more sense now. I understand what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yes.
Yeah, we went out and we got burgers. I won. He had like a quarter of his burger left. Like I'm just better like that. But I mean, we got like the usual you would get on like a burger: cheese, lettuce. We got bacon. I've never had it at that specific place.
Oh, I was
It
gonna
wa-
say.
yeah, no, I've had bacon on burgers. It's just like, is it really worth the extra fat?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree. I don't normally get it, but
Yeah. But so I honestly with bacon, it was $1 extra. I could take it or leave it.
yeah,
But the main thing, because like I normally get like the burger with lettuce, cheese, and barbecue sauce, because like I don't want to have to put my own
yeah.
on it, so they put it on there for me before they wrap it up. No extra charge, which is nice. He had never had barbecue sauce, and he
Really?
awoke to a whole new world of burgers. And last night we were on a call with some other people,
Hmm.
and like he brought it up about like how barbecue sauce. This is probably an exaggeration, but I'm gonna say it anyways. How barbecue sauce on a burger changed his life.
Hey, barbecue sauce. Like, I'm a pretty big fan of barbecue
Oh,
sauce.
me too.
You
I
know what?
love it.
I'm,
I'll
I'm a
put it
very
on
big fan.
anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But that's my food combination, I guess. Barbecue sauce on burgers, which you would think is a common thing, but I
Yeah,
guess not.
I mean, it doesn't seem that weird to me, but I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
mean
just
like
because
it's
I
a
like
condiment.
barbecue. So I like barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I mean barbecue sauce is good. I love it. I like it a lot.
I won't lie, one of the really gross things that I did as a kid, like in terms of food, I don't really like. I'm not as big of a fan of it anymore. Like, I'm certainly I'll get it on like fries and stuff. Obviously, I'll have it with fries.
Yeah.
But I used to really, really love ketchup as a kid. Like, I loved ketchup. Um,
How
to the
so?
point
Like
that I would like take bread, just like act like a bun or
just
something like that,
straight
like
bread?
bread, and just put ketchup on it and eat it.
Oh. Like
I
it
got
probably
this
doesn't
really criminal.
it probably doesn't taste bad, but just like the thought of putting like just a condiment on bread and eating soggy
Yeah,
like salty
I
tomato
know.
bread. Ugh.
I know.
That sounds
It's really
vile.
bad. I know. I mean, I think I just got it from my dad. My dad, like, when he was a kid, he would have basically mayo sandwiches, which was just like mayo on bread
That
and
sounds
as a sandwich.
miserable.
I was like, yeah, I think I know where I get this from, but it's not mayo. It's ketchup for
I
me.
mean, ketchup is better than mayonnaise. It sucks. I hate
I'm
it.
not a fan of mayo.
It's just like churned egg water. Like who wants that?
I agree.
It's nasty.
It's just not very. It doesn't live up to the hype,
it
personally.
it really doesn't. I don't
No.
get it. I don't.
Yeah, I really don't.
Yeah. Um but yeah, I mean food combinations, some of them might sound like disgusting,
Yeah.
but generally like a lot of the widespread accepted ones turn out not bad, actually.
I guess that's why they're accepted.
I guess, yeah. Or well, let me rephrase that. Like the more widely known ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Um yeah,
Like
food oh,
like dipping like French fries in like a milkshake or something. I
yeah,
don't
like
Me personally, I don't do it, but I've tried it and it's not like that bad.
yeah, I at the same previously mentioned burger place. They're pretty well known for their milkshakes.
Yeah.
So I decided, hey, you know what? I'll get a milkshake. This was like, I want to say 2 3 months ago,
Mm.
and I've never at that point I had never had fries with a real like milkshake. I've done it with like
Yeah.
Wendy's fries and a frosty, but I haven't had Wendy's in years.
Mm.
So I decided, I'll get a milkshake and I'll get a side of fries with it. Um, by the way, the milkshake was caramel cheesecake flavor, so good.
Sounds like an interesting milkshake.
It was good.
Mhm.
Um, but I tried out the what's it called? I tried out the fries in it.
Yeah.
It works well, like the salt with it. The
Yeah.
salt clashes well with the
Hmm.
or not clashes. That's not a good word to use. The salt blends
Yeah.
really good with the
That's the fun
sweetness.
word.
Like it's kind of like sweet and savory.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a food connoisseur, like, but like it's good. It's it's nothing that I would typically like go if I'm getting a milkshake plus fries, like with my burger or something like that. It's not something I'd like eat all of the fries with the milkshake, but
I mean, yeah, yeah.
it's not bad. It's like it's good. I'm just not gonna do it all the time or anything.
Yeah, like it's something you do like with one to three fries
Yeah.
specifically. If you just want a quick like change, then you'll get back to eating it normally.
Hmm. And I was just gone for the past week, in Michigan.
Yeah.
I will not disclose where, but near where we are is like this kind of like mom and pop diner kind of place.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, they have the best chocolate milkshakes in the whole entire world. Whenever we go up to Michigan, my family and um, I make us go at least like 2 or 3 times because it's kind of like an hour away from where we are in Michigan, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like a tad bit of a ways out of the way. But it is so good. I love it so much. I've never had a better chocolate milkshake in my life.
I've never actually had a chocolate milkshake.
What?
I've never been a chocolate guy outside of just like regular milk
What?
chocolate.
Michael. Okay, I'm not. I love chocolate a lot. I don't love it. I'm not like crazy over chocolate or anything. Like, my favorite flavor of ice cream is probably cookies and cream or like Oreo or something like that.
That's a good
I'm not
one.
like a chocolate crazy person, but like chocolate milkshakes. That's just like I like
That's
chocolate milkshakes,
something.
especially from that place.
Um, I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get chocolate. Why people would like.
The one.
This is gonna sound really weird, but I just don't get the appeal behind chocolate flavored things. They just don't taste
Mm,
good.
well, I don't. The thing that I don't get I don't understand vanilla ice cream as itself. I don't really understand.
You gotta have
Like,
something on vanilla ice cream.
well, okay. In my opinion, okay. Well, first off, vanilla ice cream is basically just frozen milk. It might as well be. It might
Basic
as well just
frozen
be
milk with
frozen fruit
sugar.
and sugar. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But I feel like vanilla ice cream exists for the sole reason to put other stuff on top of it.
yeah.
Like, it's just a filler. It's just a base. It's just like I put vanilla ice cream on so that I can put like hot fudge or like nuts or something else on top of it. Like, that's what it exists for. It's not like nobody should go to an ice cream place and get vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, no, that's just weird.
It's like I understand if you want to go to the store and just buy some vanilla ice cream to have like a tub of vanilla ice cream, fine with that. But if you go to a specific store, like an ice cream shop, and you get vanilla, that's just kind of crazy, in my opinion.
Yeah, like it's not worth going out to a place and just getting something really bland.
Yeah, I agree completely. There's just no reason.
It's just
It's
I
pointless.
mean, if you truly love the flavor of
Hmm.
vanilla stuff, then like maybe that's fine.
Yeah.
But generally no one's going to go out of their way
Hmm.
just to get something vanilla flavored.
Yeah, I agree.
I think It's I won't say weird because I know like a lot of people like weird things. I like a few weird things too,
Agreed.
but
Mhm.
um, it's just eh.
I just don't understand it. It's like I don't know. It's just like kind of like why would you waste why would
Yeah,
you waste money on frozen milk when there's like so much better options? It's like you can
there
get
really
vanilla
is
ice cream
better.
like anywhere.
Yeah, I like how we went from talking originally about burgers and barbecue sauce straight to
Milkshakes and ice cream.
milkshakes and ice cream.
And
I
you
mean,
know
I guess
what?
it's not
And you
far
know
off.
what? I'm gonna talk about one more story that doesn't really have to do with food combinations, but it does have to do with food, and that'll segue us into our next discussion of holidays.
Yes.
Um, Black olives. First off, Michael, are you a fan of black olives? Do you like them?
No, I hate olives.
All right. This is kind of a good way. This is good. I
Oh.
do not like olives now.
Hey.
Now, I do not like olives currently, especially not black olives.
Currently.
But when I was a kid, I loved black olives. Just I don't think I was ever really a big fan of like regular olives, but I loved black olives. So much so that one Christmas, the night before, on Christmas Eve, I ate either a full jar or a full jar and a half full of black olives. The whole like a whole
Oh.
jar or maybe even more of black olives. And I don't even really remember it that well. I must have blocked it out. But the next day on Christmas, I just like puked for like half the day up just black olives. And I have never liked olives since, and I think that is very reasonable. But yeah, I do not like black olives anymore after that experience.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. So like black you just like you let me get this straight. You ate a whole like how big was the jar?
like like a mason jar, I guess, like a standard jar of black olives. I
Oh
don't know. Like
gosh, that's a
look up
lot.
jar of black olives, and that's how much. That's
The reason I asked that because I know of two sizes. There's either like the normal size or there's the Costco jar size, which is what my mom
no,
normally
it definitely
buys.
wouldn't be like.
Yeah, so it's like the normal average jar size, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I know what you mean
I
then.
mean, still not enough that you'd want to eat the whole entire thing worth of it.
That's what was going through your head. I'm
I just
curious.
really liked them. I really liked black olives as a kid. I can't explain it. I just really liked it, and well, actually, I probably can't explain it. My dad is like a huge fan of black olives, actually, but
Mm.
which is probably where I like them from because he always ate them. But I really loved them, and after that Christmas, I have never liked them since. It was a very miserable way to spend the first part of Christmas.
Huh. Well, that's something
Yeah.
for sure.
Talking about Christmas, do you have any stories about the
Before we get
holidays
into that,
between
though,
other
I would
people?
like to tell our glorious viewers about this thing we call peas and carrots on
Yes,
here
please
on
and carrots. We're gonna be
the
sharing
Shrimpt
that up
Fried
soon.
Rice podcast. So essentially, what peas and carrots are? Let's say during one of our recording sessions, one or the other member can't make it, which would be one of us. If one of us are available and the other isn't, we'll do something called peas and carrots, where the available member will either bring on a guest or just record by themselves and upload a an episode, I guess, on their own.
Mm. And we figured these will probably just be like a tad bit shorter episodes, so we don't have to do like a 40-minute episode,
Yeah,
and you can just consume it in a you know
it would
a
just be
reasonable function.
it would be kind of like a short something,
Mm-hmm.
just as content if we aren't available to make content. And
Yep.
they can also show up more than once a week. They're just kind of
Yep.
like whenever we really want to record something or
Yeah.
during a session we can't,
Yeah.
we will use peas and carrots to essentially record without having to have a full session.
Yeah, we won't. We in these episodes we probably won't maybe not stick to the general flow of topics. Like we probably won't have like a few different topics and maybe just be like one thing that we want to discuss for certain. Um, I figure that it'll probably like I said that it'll probably be a lot shorter, like 20 minutes, I guess, maybe 20-15 minutes.
All right.
Um, I'm not sure. This shouldn't it shouldn't take up the place of other episodes. We'll still release episodes weekly. These will mostly just be like can't even speak. These will probably just be extra episodes throughout the week that we may
Yeah.
do.
Just like if we want to talk about something, and if both of us are available for a peas and carrots episode that's not on a normally scheduled episode, we could always, have a shorter duo session with just one short topic.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I think that'll be fun.
Yeah. Well,
All right,
holiday.
back to the topic at hand. I guess we left off at Christmas.
Yeah.
Uh,
Indeed.
I don't exactly have many stories for specifically Christmas. Um, yeah, no, I don't really have many for Christmas. Christmas has been like, like when you're a little kid, like if you celebrate Christmas,
Mhm.
uh, there's always that one Christmas that you just like will always remember.
Mhm.
I think that
Agree.
one for me would be, gosh, it was either I think it was the Christmas I got um, the Christmas I got my Switch, my Nintendo Switch. About,
Mhm.
gosh, this year will be, I guess, the 5th year of me having my Switch. I've had it for a while.
Mhm.
I remember that Christmas because, like, I had done a lot of, like, it was probably my most productive year around the
Yeah.
house in terms of, like, doing housework, helping around. This is when I was, like, I don't know, 11, 12, maybe 10. I, um, I was doing my normal little kid things, opening presents Christmas morning,
Well.
and like I think generally my mom will like pay me small amounts for the work I do. Nothing major, like for like a day's worth of work, she'll pay me like 50 cents to a dollar. Like to a little kid, that's a lot of money.
Child labor.
Yeah,
That's what we
child
love.
labor. She didn't have to pay me at all. I was happy to just be making money.
Yeah.
Um, so instead, she decided to withhold the money she was going to give me that year. She said she would put it all towards like Christmas gifts. At that point, I knew, Santa Claus wasn't real. My eyes were opened at a very young age. But she put all the money that I had earned that year to stuff. So I was happy to see like, and that's when I got my AirPods too. That same Christmas.
Mhm.
Now they're like old. I still have them. I still use them, but they essentially are way too quiet for me to hear anything. They're kind of
They've
useless now.
deteriorated over the years.
Yeah, I'm thinking about using some money I have saved up just to buy a new pair soon. Um,
Yep.
benefits of working and all that.
Indeed.
But yeah, no, my Christmas is really, I have nothing exciting to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm not. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not religious. You're not religious either, are you? Right?
I am actually.
Oh. Oh wait, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I knew that. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm not like my family isn't religious, and like I don't know. I don't want to offend people, but so we still celebrate like like holidays like Easter, Christmas, and stuff like that, even
Yeah.
though we're not like Christian.
I mean, you don't gotta be religious to celebrate those. Anyone can
Yeah,
celebrate them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. Maybe it just didn't like mean as much to me as other people. I Christmas is just more like Christmas is way more just about spending time with like my family. Like I've always had like a decent amount of friends, but I'm not like a friend like go out and do stuff with friends person. I've just never been like that.
Yeah.
So I always get gifts, and then even if they're gifts that like I can do like that are meant to be with other people, I tend to hold off on doing them, and stuff like that. And I feel like I've just frequently gotten a lot of gifts like that. Um, so Christmas is fun. I like Christmas. I like going over to my cousin's house and spending the time there and doing like playing games and stuff. But um, it's Christmas has never been my favorite holiday. Actually, Christmas is not my favorite. It's my dad and my mom's favorite, but for me, my favorite holiday is actually Halloween. So
Halloween's a fun one. That's my second favorite. Favorites? What? It's
favorite.
my second favorite. Um, Halloween is fun.
Mm.
Um, yeah. I mean, Halloween is I like Halloween because like I mean you have you been to one of them? I don't know. But
I have not. I have not.
generally to every year I'll generally be the one to host the Halloween party for our friend group.
Yep.
And I'm probably gonna do it again this year. Um, I generally am the host. We have a carport in my house, just like
Yeah.
kind of like a covering, I guess. No, just a garage, but there's no walls, only a ceiling.
Yeah.
But for those of you who don't know what that is, um, but what I usually just set up like two folding tables and a bunch of chairs. I'll have food on them. We'll talk, play stuff. Since I've been doing this for I guess like 4 years now, we're too old to go trick or treating now. It kind of feels weird being the one who gives out the candy rather than the one receiving it.
You don't do trick or treating anymore. I guess I don't really do trick or treating anymore, but I still like. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'll explain it in a
Yeah.
second once you're done.
Last year was my last year, unfortunately, with everyone else.
Mm.
Speaking of, you got to come to this year's
I don't know if I'm
event.
gonna be able to. I always spend Halloween with I normally, well, I guess not always. I haven't done it always, but most of the time I spend Halloween with like three of my friends from elementary school, and you just done it for like forever.
That's fair, honestly. That's fair.
Hmm. I wouldn't want to ditch. I wouldn't want to ditch them on Halloween, but because like basically my whole entire, well, it's basically the whole entire block, like on my street has like a chili cook-off basically on Halloween, and and my one of my friends still like lives on the same block as me at the very end of the block,
Yeah.
and so I always just went over to his house, or like he came over to my house, right? And on Halloween, it's really no different. And our two other friends don't live on the block, but they live relatively nearby, like within a mile. Like so we can walk or we could bike over to like our other friends' houses.
So
Uh,
so basically, like just really close, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, we were pretty like I mean it's elementary school, so I mean the districts are a lot closer by than say a
Yeah.
high school. So we all went to elementary schools, so we were all like within pretty good range of each other.
Yeah.
And like so we always spend like that Halloween where we just go over there and while like all of the adults were having like the chili cook off and stuff like that, we would just be like upstairs or like in the house doing something and then we'd go off trick or treating. And even though we don't really trick or treat anymore, um and even though we don't do that, we still like randomly just like walk around the houses or and like try or like walk up to people's houses and ask for stuff, even though we really don't expect anything. Or sometimes like the younger kids, like siblings and other people that are in the neighborhood, will just like walk or we'll like walk around, but we won't go up to houses. We'll just walk with them and monitor them or something. But it's still fun.
That's
I mean,
fun.
Halloween has always been one of my favorite holidays, just because scary stuff. And I'm not even a big fan of Halloween, not Halloween, like horror movies and stuff like that. But I've always done like tons of scary stuff. My dad, and my uncle and someone and two other people that they knew started a haunted house. Um, like before I was born,
Ooh.
and but then when I was born, I spent a lot of time there. And my dad has like all of this like creepy, scary stuff like around the house, and so did my uncle. And I grew up like around like that haunted house, and like they're really only open during Halloween and during like October.
Yeah.
So I always really loved that. My uncle's in a band, and it's kind of like Halloweenish themed. It's really not, but they do most of their shows in October. So I always loved that since I'm a big fan of music. So I just love Halloween a lot.
I've liked Halloween purely because like I feel like that's the time where most people like I know like because Halloween like unless you're like a heavily Christian mom who like thinks that Halloween like is evil and the devil has something
Mm,
to do with it. Like generally most people will celebrate Halloween in some way or
yeah.
form. Halloween's one of those like big holidays that like it's not exactly tied to a religion. It's just fun. It's just good fun
Yeah,
for
I agree.
everyone.
I always
Yeah.
thought that was funny. I remember hearing one of my friends. Well, like I had a friend who was like super Christian, and his parents didn't want like him celebrating, uh, like Halloween because like his parents had told him like it's like the devil's birthday or something like that. Like how like Christmas is the day that like Christ was born, right? Halloween is the day that like the devil was born. And I just kind of thought it was funny because it was like the devil, like Lucifer, was an angel before, so he wasn't born; he was just created. So
Yeah,
how
he just
he
kind of
can't
showed
have a
up.
birthday?
Yeah.
I was like, there's a flaw in that logic somewhere.
Eh.
But I still love Halloween a ton. We always decorated our house so much at Halloween, that we would have teenagers like barely get up the stairs because they were terrified. It was great. I loved Halloween so much.
I Halloween is just great. It's so
Yeah.
fun.
And then of course like I spent most of like the October, not most, but I spent like a fair amount of October working at the haunted house as well. Um,
Oh, that's
and
fun.
I can still my dad and my uncle aren't really affiliated with it anymore. Um,
Mm.
it's like owned. It's now like the one person, and like he has like a whole bunch of people that do it. But it's still cool, and I like it. And we can pretty much go whenever. And and like we still sometimes like walk around the back like during daytime or even during night, like just to see it. But it was cool. It's kind of funny since since I grew up around all of this like scary stuff. Um, most scary stuff didn't really scare me. Like horror movies, like I said, I'm not a big fan of them mostly because it's like I just don't really tend to find them that scary, and they're always like incredibly predictable in my opinion. Which I think a lot of people is why they like it because it's like very formulaic. But
Yeah.
um,
I've been kind of in like a similar like I've kind it's similar to what you just talked about like I've had this kind of like this philosophical kind of moment. Like I enjoy the scares of Halloween. I like to be
mhm.
scared on Halloween cuz like that's part of the fun. That's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
agree.
half of what Halloween is. Um but eventually as you grow older and you experience more of the scares and like you
Yeah,
said it becomes more formulaic, it's not scary anymore and it loses a little bit of its fun,
yeah, I agree.
which is why I've actually contemplated like some years, and this was in the past. I decided against it, to like skip out on going out some Halloween nights just to
Hmm.
preserve like the spookiness of it.
Yeah,
And I realized how stupid that was because it's still fun anyways if you go out,
yeah.
regardless of if it's scary.
see, for me, I turned it into like a game. Like I
Ooh.
turned not being afraid into something just funny instead. So like when I go to like haunted houses and stuff, um, and you know like the amusement park that's near us. I don't know if I should name it because I feel like it's not like a chain. Um, but like they always have like the haunted stuff on like around in October and stuff.
Yeah.
And I so distinctly remember it was great. My parents would take me to. I don't know why I said us. I just feel like I have siblings, but um, my parents would take me there, and I would deliberately like run ahead, like walk ahead, and this was probably when I was like 7 or 8, I guess. I would run ahead before them so that so like all of the actors and like all of the people that were there to scare you would go, "Oh my gosh, look, it's a kid. It's like the perfect like person that we can scare, right? Because it's a kid that's all by themselves." Which in itself is kind of cruel now that I'm this age, but back then it was great. I did it on purpose. I'd run ahead so that people would come try and scare me, and then I just wouldn't react at all. Like I just stare at them, and they would be freaked out. Like they'd be like, "What? Like why isn't this kid doing anything?" Like it was funny because like it was so funny to me because these people were clearly like awkward about it. Like they didn't know what to do.
Like you've seen those movies or those shows with like there's that like creepy kid, I guess. I guess like
Yeah.
as like a very common example, I've seen some more like niche, less well known movies like this,
Mhm.
but the most like common one, Wednesday Adams,
Yeah.
shows no emotion, like kind of like that, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't. I've never been like the oh my gosh, I'm into horror stuff. I'm a creepy person. Like I'm not like a goth person or anything. I don't portray myself as like creepy, but I'm not usually creeped out. So in situations like that, especially where it's like some like peppy kid that would clearly look like he'd be like afraid of it, it's just great not being terrified. It's so funny. These
Yeah,
people just have no clue what to do, and it's great.
I guess it's fun to turn the tables and freak them
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I loved it.
I think we've had uh, a great conversation about food combos and holidays, as well as introducing the format of our peas and carrots.
Peas and
But I think it's time we cut the heat on this one.
all right. The
I think
shrimp, the shrimp. We have cooked
the
the rice now.
rice is done. Ready to eat?
All right.
I'm hungry.
And I have just one more thing to say, Michael.
And what would that be?
You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
Yes, Mason, a shrimp fried this rice.